Knowing Christ and making him known is really important to me. And in order to know Christ, I've got to be able to understand where he's coming from. And this week is called Holy Week in our nation, in the world really. It's often known as Holy Week. It's the week that happens right before Easter. And during Holy Week, across the nation, across the world, so many people wash each other's feet. They see it as a spiritual act. They see it as something that reminds them of who Christ was, who Christ is. And so, what about washing people's feet? I mean, when I think about washing people's feet, I got to tell you, at first impulse, I'm kind of put off by someone else's feet. I mean, come on, aren't you? I've got to tell you, I'm kind of nervous about washing someone's feet if I'm going to do that. So, what about Christ? What about knowing him helps us understand what it means to washing people's feet? Well, I tell you, it's all about servanthood. You see, Christ did something. He did something in the lowest form. You see, when people came into other people's homes, back in the day of Christ that is, their feet were dirty. And one of the first things that happened is when they came into that home, a servant would wash their feet. And this was held to the servants of the house. Not the leaders of the home, not the father, not the mother. This was for the servants to do. And so Christ did this for his disciples. He brought himself down to a servant's level, and he washed his disciples' feet. See, Christ was all about servanthood. Knowing Christ means you'll serve someone else. This is the reason why we wash people's feet. It's because we want people to know how much we love them and how far we'll actually go to serve them. Sometimes that means touching someone else's feet. Kind of weird, I know. But what it does is it takes us to a place of humility that sometimes, too often, we're unwilling to go. But Christ went there. I hope you'll do the same.